office bearers of the SICA. It is a privilege to address all of you on this subject. Of course, in past hour, you have got enough work and my messages from Professor Mishra. We no doubt he has got huge charisma, fish, no doubt. He can make some sort of misleading, etc. But we can't do it because we are not smart this. We can make a smile inside, not outside. Right? So the topic which I have already given to all of you, the first order and also in the continuous way, then this topic is somewhat after lunch it is more short. I don't know why organizers are being going very well that the object is to talk and also to after lunch where we are going to see. Right? But anyhow, try to make you clear as much as possible. My talk will be 1 hour, but next half an hour for your questions. And my question to you. So, you are all learned people, so I should not speak more. But this is not proper. It's being sometimes. It is not very nice. Okay? The very consumer, the purpose of consumer starts long back. This consumerism started with the starting point of the economic activity, and its role has always been valued by the development of market and to work through the constitutional right to the citizenship. Its first took place in 18th century. The consumer has to influence political goods because when there is a lot of products available and the lot of consumers available to purchase, then it comes to a question of some sort of regulatory mechanism so that the product will be available to all consumers and that was with proper quality and quantity and with proper prices so that nobody can go without any sort of negative work or any sort of food access. So what happened in the 18th century, there was necessity for forming one corporate society to at least manage this market. And that corporate society was private corporate society. And that private corporate society was always regulating the buyers and sellers and marketplaces. So according to what happened, actually took some sort of and particularly started in Denmark. Denmark has got a lot of need and lot of milk. So regulate that market. They have started the corporate society and gradually it spread to other countries. And there is no right of any consumer. Only they go to market and purchase it and come back. Yes, only there was right to the seller to sell the goods with proper price, etc. And you know that you are all teaching yourselves and the colleges. And also must knowing that the buyer and sellers responsible are so far the goods are concerned. So what happened actually in modern economic, this modern conservation started after that. And gradually spread to USA right to inform, right to choose, a right to reward. So those four rights are actually now become the consumer rights, but those rights again spread to the United Nations, and the United Nations took a vow at least to spread to all the states, means all countries, to make the law in their respective law enforcement agencies. So by that what happened is 1985 United Nations framed the guidelines making it 8 kinds of rights. There are 4 rights that we now again at least transfer to 8 rights, and all the rights, right to safety, to protect against the hazardous goods. There are so many hazardous goods available in the market which you have, from which you have to protect it because nobody knows what happens to them. Right to information about the price, quality and purity. This is most important for everybody to have good health, and this smile will not come unless you have good health. Okay, if you are on a bad food, then you got a smile in your face because you are your stomach upset. Now you have taken the chicken, etc., etc. If the chicken not good, then food department will be exposed. I don't know. But anyhow, the food should be that sort of quality now, so that the food will be quality. So the right to choose, access to verify the goods, services, and consumer price will be first should be, because there are so many market available in the market. Those who want to actually sell the price in higher level, and particularly even Bhubaneswar Cuttack, even Kedrapura or Jagsi or anybody from Jagsi, no, all right, okay. So even Cuttack also, and you can go to Bharatpur also. So Sambalpur and those government to somebody else now. All sorts of prices varying from place to place. For the simple reason they will think that we just content GST, etc. Forgetting about the actually the act due where the price has to be understood on MRP, right? And right to hear. The consumer welfare must be taken for consideration in the sense everybody should at least consider what is welfare. Welfare for a child is the best interest of child. Welfare of a consumer is best interest of the goods in the sense of what health is concerned, so the price is concerned, the quantity is concerned, quality is concerned. So those things are necessary, and if at all healthy food or not, whether it will have some side reaction or not. All these things are at least to God that welfare mechanism will go like this. Then comes to right to seek redress protection. That means against their unfair trade practice deficit service, there must be a mechanism at least to hear it. Now, few people are members of the consumer council centers. What is your role by them? What is the role by them? Then you have to see that Professor Mr. Master elaborated you about your roles as a consumer council centers. And those roles are also to see that these consumer rights are available to the consumers at large. Otherwise, no purpose of council centers. The main purpose of council centers to ensure that the consumers are made available of these rights, consumer rights, which includes all these rights. Then comes to right to consumer education. So they have to educate first yourself, then educate others. Educate yourself means you have to go through these legislations, etc., and also various things. And suppose you have got all net, but remember, all things are not coming directly in net. Sometimes also you are being also misguided by the nets. Somebody is taking that, telling that if you take turmeric along with some other Sutti, people, etc., etc., in the water morning and that also will reduce your fatness. I'm not sure. So that turmeric is not there, maybe it may not be available in the correct way. So that is coming under this Consumer Protection Act. I will come to that. Then next comes to right to have problems corrected and as corrected by certain basic needs. You see, right and needs both are available in the Constitution. You see. Sorry.
And the amount they have decided is 1 rupee. Oh my God.
Participants including the resource person?
Yes, yes.
Then all I deduct 1 rupee
1 rupee.
from my salary. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. We have framed the rules, so we have obeyed it. But how many people are obeying this consumer rules? Let us see. Yes. So the right to service is also one of the basic rights of the consumers. Because there are certain goods purchased and their service not available. The moment you go to market or the moment you go to that place to what is the service available, you can go to company and ask. Don't ask. Because the answer is available. Because he is procuring the proper these goods and also selling to you. He is not the actual manufacturer goods. So whatever may be, these things out of these 8 rights, now the government of India have ratified that UN Convention and started to at least frame the act, and that act is called Consumer Protection 1986. And that act was not enough to at least guide you properly because there are some missing links are there. In order to find out that 1986 act with proper perspective to need of these consumers, this Consumer Protection Act 2019 came. What was lacking? Lacking is that there was no definition of consumer rights. They are depending on the rights of the us in the United Nations, but we know that unless the provisions are there in the law itself, it can't be taken up at least to guide the people or make the law. Suppose any provision is made and but it is not in constitution. What will the effect of it? Men or sir and madams, suppose a provision is made in law but that is not found in the constitution, then what will the effect of it is? Obviously, the constitution is the mother of the all rights. If law is not made according to the constitution, definitely otherwise, and it can't be acted upon. But what constitutional rights it has got, so as to make it more effective. The constitutional right is that available with the Article 20 of the Constitution, where it is prescribed that no person can be deprived of his life and live with who was not been established. So whenever you are demanding some sort of price to be made or you are ratified by the United Nations, so there should be provisions, at least there should law. So the Consumer Protection Act is aimed in view of the Article 20 of the Constitution, so that it will not be otherwise under Article 13 of the Constitution. Article 13(3) said that any regulation, rules, etc. made in derogation of this Constitution, then it will be otherwise. So therefore, the Constitution fundamental right also has to be satisfied by this type of provisions. And this is for government, and every consumer is also a government, whether he is a citizen or not, but he has got every right to purchase
the fundamental rights of people are well protected by this legislation. Coming to that, this consumer rights has not been enacted immediately for the United Nations as prescribed. That is why there is lacking of this law, and normally this 1986 had got 4 provisions, 4 chapters. One of the chapter is about the role of this the 1986 Act. The difference between 2 acts is that 1986 Act, the aim and object to protect the consumers, and aim and object of this Consumer Protection Act 2019 also to protect the interests of the consumers. But the only difference is that the rights have been protected by Consumer Protection Act 1986, but the rights and needs are protected by Consumer Protection Act 2019. Because under the needs of the people, that has been protected by the Consumer Protection Act 2019. For that, you see, I'm again coming back to that whenever the United Nations met, that is 15th March, and all regarded as the World Consumer Day. Whereas National Consumer Day, Consumer Rights Day is celebrated in 24th December by the country itself, or India. So the consumerism was not a national phenomenon but an international phenomenon. So wherever you are finding that this type of activity is going on, or there is some sort of attraction, they are at least the same, definitely it is the right is to protect at any cost. So 2019 made it 8 chapters, whereas 1986 are 4 chapters. So what are the new chapters started in 2019, which came into force in July 2020? Those are actually the one chapter has been added as product liability. Another chapter has been added as the mediation, and third chapter added as e-commerce. That should be the rule for the new e-commerce rules. Because you know that everybody now, 90% people are going for online purchases, and they are treated mostly in online purchases and online sales. And most of the big corporate sectors are coming up to cheat the people because of using the platform of somebody else. And whenever you are using this, you can say Amazon, or you can Flipkart, etc. So many big companies coming out, and all are. You see, I'm sorry, we cannot audio to outside. No, my mic is audio. Audio to outside, right? Yeah, I got big bus. Because I have a habit of teaching now also, so there is no problem for me. So what happens? This 4 chapters, one is product liability, another is about the mediation. Third is chapter is added was CCPA, Central Consumer Protection Authority. That is great. So the aims and object is more strengthening the protection to the consumers at large by this new act. Old act has got also all of the commissions, district commissions, state commissions, and national commissions. Those are also adjudicating authority. They are also taking the cases of the consumers. But at the same time, there is no mechanism for the alternate dispute resolution system so as to at least bypass these commissions. Therefore, in my humble opinion, if the consumer council centers will more active and more actually looking after the interests of consumers, then the consumers will not require to go to commissions or etc. or CCPA. CCPA is also a regulatory authority, because in addition to the commission, they have got also authority to decide, and not only they have got bigger jurisdictions, in the sense that they have got power of prosecution, power of adjudication, and also power implementation. Right? So there may be some sort of right accrued to the people at large. At least various avenues are available. You can go. And adding to this, the alternate distribution mediation. And post-litigating mediation is one of the best way to at least satisfy the consumers. A consumer council sector can also take help of this mediation. And this mediation post-litigating, but pre-litigating mediation has recently passed by the parliament. Okay, by the parliament, and also that can be utilized by the consumer organizations. Because that pre-litigating means just like you know that in the NCLT, Company Law Tribunal Act, there is a pre-mediation process. Only then it will go to court, otherwise not to. If there will be that, it might, because recently just 1 month, 2 months back, this Parliament has passed the law, pre-mediation, pre-litigating mediation process. But before that also National Legal Service Authority have already introduced the pre-mediation, and in our Odisha State Legal Service Authority have introduced. So all these things have been entered to this for the sake that to at least take care of these people without going to the court, they can at least resolve the process within themselves or mediation process. And by that, your role is very much important because you are from the legal sector. By that, I can only say that the mediation is one of the distance justice process introduced by the government. So while not only this but also there are penalty and also measures and stricter in this view. If there is violation, then it can be at least taken care of by the CCPA. And not only CCPA but also the Commission can also take up the matters if there is violation of the orders passed by the Commission. So now I am coming to these definitions of the new the new Consumer Protection Act 2019. Please come to I'm giving the book on the product matter. one of the aspects, purchase is one of the aspects of buying. You see, paid or promised to pay or partly paid, partly promised. That also. So now the consumer definition has been used and it can be utilized by you properly whenever you are managing the consumer counseling centers. So you must first understand whether it is consumer or not. Then only you will have to, because you people are best persons to judge who the consumer is. If it is consumer, then only you can hear him and also do that. You should, even if orally it is somebody, yes, you should thumbs up. I purchase a thumbs up. So thumbs up will never that Manwala never will give a receipt. But I purchased from thumbs up, right? But you will come to sir, you see that this thumbs up I purchased, but there is something inside. Then you say, yes, is that from where you purchased? No, that's not. You call that some or at least. Now you have sold it, yes, I have sold it. Then who has prepared this option manufacturer is responsible. You can call upon that manufacturer, at least why you are giving this type of product. But before that, you have to satisfy that these goods actually have been adulterated by inside something else. That is why there is also provision in the Devlopment Act to set it for the exemption by the response. Right? Then comes to this about this what consumers should require. Does it include a person who, in case of obtains such goods for resale or for any commercial purpose? What is commercial purpose? The commercial purpose must be defined by Supreme Decision various decisions. Commercial purpose. I am the baker. I want loan from the bank because I want to start some startups. Now the startups are there. Something is available. I am going to start some business by taking loan from the bank. Bank giving me 10,000 rupees. Then I gradually when starting, then I face a problem. Right? Now the service provider will say, sir, he is a very business because he has started this about this business about 20,000 etc. From this, but I have said from I have got 10,000 back, so 20,000. So this is the business because it is not commercial. That is not a business. No. If order for a livelihood, for maintaining livelihood, he has started a startup or a startup business like this, he should not come under the commercial. That is a decision, subtle decision of this. I am not going to give because of the cost of time. But you must remember that there are various decisions of the Supreme 1990 Supreme Court are documented in the was. Those things also available in the native community. Number two, that recent decision of the 2042 Supreme Court has also expanded the commercial purpose. So all these things should be taken by the service provider or the seller cannot accept it. That is he is not a consumer because he has got the property purchased for commercial purpose. Yes, somebody has got now the 10 flats purchased from a builder and he is saying that he is going to sell the flats. But if he can prove that I have got 10 members in the family and each member wants a flat and therefore I have purchased 10 flats. There is no bar for him to place it and the builder cannot allow to change. So you have to, as a housing center in charge, you have to see that what the fact is telling how far it is true or not. That you have to see. Then comes the consumer like this, the expression commercial purpose, if you dare, it will not come. But if you tell it, you are taking the resale, for resale sale, it will not come. But rest of things will come as commercial purpose. Then it will not be consumer at all. Sometimes you have to, it will go by fact to fact, not like a state lecture format to come to the commercial. Any phone call, please go to outside. Shruti, please go to outside. Right. So this is one of the aspects. And another definition very important consumer rights. 6 rights are there in the new act. There is 2(9). And 2(9) is that the right to protect against the marketing goods, products, services which are hazardous to life and property. Hazardous. Hazardous in the sense it is very much not healthy, and it will take it definitely. It may spark. Suppose there is electricity that you can block, and pin is also available. And the moment you perceive it has got some something, so definitely now life is hazardous now. So even there it is also definitely defensive service, defect in the product itself. The right to inform about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard of price, etc. that you have to ascertain, and the main is to protect the consumer against unfair trade practice. Unfair trade practice can be defined separately. I will come to that later on. But if these things are not well protected in the description of the goods itself, or on a query is not able to satisfy, and definitely record will be contracted. Or we say that this goods is very good, this collectible will give a good sound, but collectible doesn't give good sound. Definitely it is unfair trade practice. Giving some impression to be true and correct, but if not that, then it is unfair trade practice. Right? And the right to assure wherever possible access to variety of goods, products. Sometimes you are going to purchase studies, and studies you find that out of the say to the part of the dosta dekha. Madam, either तो आप बेटी अपने क्या कहते हैं अपना लाल दोस्ता को देखो अपने लेकर दोस्ता देखिए. You can't say that. You can purchase, but ladies have got the habit of seeing 100 sarees but not in this right now. But the fellow cannot like that. He has to show you. He can't say no. I can't show you. Into से कोई बात मैडम होगा जांच कर सकेंगे. ठीक है. But he can't say like that. No, I will not show you anything else. अरे इस साइड उसको बेटा बांधनी साड़ी उसे देखो. बेटा उस बंधनी पाटोला देखो. We can't do that. So at least consumer has got right to its choice. He can choose any number of things what he purchased and he is bound to show. The right to be bound and to assure. Yes, somebody is complaining something. देखो कि जो पाटो सेंटर नहीं है इधर लोगों से धारा पड़ी सी. सेंटर सुनिए ये जो we can't say that no जहाँ से क्या क्या हम इसको नहीं कहते से आजकल जब बुना हुआ है जिला सेक्टर that can't you see. So he has the right to hear and seek redressal against suppose there is a deficiency. A person has the right to be heard by the concerned authority, CCPA. All the commissions. So that's the mechanism available to the consumers at large. And lastly, right to consumer awareness, which SICA is doing. Today you have assignment for ensuring these rights. And this right is consumer awareness. So right to consumer awareness is the right, consumer right. It is not just a charity or something. So this is a consumer right. Consumer awareness has to be made in every sphere. That is consumer right, and that right to be ensured. And if it is not there, it is definitely a violation of the activity of the Constitution. I can say that to that. I have also told this thing in national court, right? So this should be ensured by each and every consumer organization. In the sense, the state government or central government or the case. Then comes to defect, any fault, any inferior, any sort of things, any defect in the goods is called defect. And if at all, then information, inadequacy, somebody was mentioned while the minister was looking after this product. Oh, this you start here, you start that. Somebody is modeling on that side, is very perfect. परफेक्ट यहाँ पे होने से भाई यहाँ पे जिस लगा उसका क्या जो होगा क्या प्रश्न मुझे लेगा क्या बात है परफेक्ट इन द goods good and the articles everything should be perfect service should be perfect if we are not giving good service then they are imperfect, and that is deficit. So, what is effective or not, that you have to decide as a counselor. You show the study, like, oh, ये तो किसने कौन है, डॉक्टर भी तुमको भी तो कुछ नहीं है, आइडिया होगा तो फिर ठीक है, पहले तो ये आइडिया don't find, that is bound to take back. He is not saying that, if there is a condition in the that once sold cannot be taken back. That's all right. But that is a person who are neutral and they should satisfy. That's all right. So take back. So that is your that mutually you can call upon and also get it returned. And then, if you are not available to discipline, then you have to show the way by setting right. How to set right? I'll come to that. Then comes to this about the one of these goods. What is the meaning of goods? The goods, as you know, sell the goods act. Once sold on for consideration or party to trade with, then it is a sale of goods, economic goods, right? And this next is about the one of the very recently added. Earlier it was there, but it is expanded now. This is the efficiency of service. This service has been also defined. Please come to service. 242, section 2, subsection 42. Service. Service means service of any description which is made available to potential users and includes but not limited to provision of facilities. In connection with banking, financing, you see, it is more expensive now. Banking, financing, insurance, transport, processing, supply of electrical or energy, and telecom and boarding and lodging or both, housing and construction, entertainment, amusement, conveying the news or other information that is added. Now, does not include or entering for any service free of charge. Yes, that is only right. That if any service is given free, then that will not count. That it will be, if there is payment, then only it will be there. Even for natural service, goods are purchased free, they do not count. But if goods are purchased for consideration, then it will come as purchase or consideration. Otherwise, it will not count. Yes, I'll ask you. If you can, definitely remember the last number of questions. I am going to complete now. Then I will come to all of you. And one thing that the next is about the trader. Which is called trader. Section 245. In relation to any goods means the person which sells or distributes any goods for sale or inputs the manufacturing thereof, or where such goods are stored or distributed in package form, inputs or packer thereof. In the sense, manufacturer, supplier, wholesaler, dealer, and also packer are all included as the trader. And if the trader itself, manufacturer, trader, or the service provider, and one hand comes consumer, on the other hand having such terms significant and requiring the manufacturer excessive security deposits to be made. What is instrument security that is excess. So that is one of the aspects you will see. You try to take maybe honest अपना शिपुर भी तो one of maintenance allowed maintenance advance now to advance the ये available in the rack, then you have to see that whether the rack is available or not. It is available on BD or CD or the Devlopment Authority Act. So that you have to study. Then only you can allow. Otherwise, excessive security is not possible. Excessive maintenance are not possible. Right? And imposing any penalty on consumer for each of penalty which is only disproportionate to the loss offered due to some breach. Refusing to accept an repayment of debts on payment of abuse penalty. So all these facilities are given to see that these are unfair contract. This unfair unfair contract I'm sorry, this is unfair trade practice is making any statement whether orally or writing, depends on including the by means of letter record, which false in preference. Many things are false in it. And these are all coming under unfair trade practice. But what I am going to tell you, unfair contract has been added recently. That contract is a contract under the Contract Act, Indian contract. And Indian contract, what is contract? What is contract? Yeah. Enforceable by law. Any agreement enforced by law is a contract. But whenever agreement is having some sort of unnecessary security policy, unnecessary giving the false assurance, etc. So those are unfair contracts. So for the unfair contract, people are running to civil court. But now it is available in the consumer law. And that is for betterment of the consumers. They have to take at least advantage of it. So where it is unfair contract. And you know that consumer commission can declare it also null and void, where the civil court was declaring. Right? Any sort of contract is made, violation of this act, definitely it will come, all the provisions of the contract act will come under this. And many times also you find the insurance company unnecessarily giving so many clauses and also asking the people that to at least invest the money with them, and also finally they are also cheating. Those are also coming on the unfair contract. Because it is a one-sided contract, number one, number two, it has not assured to people like this, and those assurance giving it is violation of the contract. Therefore, whenever there is public policy is violated, definitely will come under this unfair contract. So the provision for unfair trade practice, unfair contract are distinct by this way that unfair trade practice normally in case of service and goods, but false evidence concern. But here, unfair contract blatantly giving the scope to this consumer sector exception with heavy security, with that to say that will be definitely available the goods, rates, etc., but is not given. So these things can be taken as this way. This is unfair contract. And not only this, but also there is another definition is there, which is available. You can go through this person. The person has been defined in the contract system. A person, an individual, and Supreme Court has gone to that extent that the clause that a person is individual or the one whether registered or not, or Hindu or family, and this cooperative society and association of persons. And this time they have added the corporate sectors, and either government or the private sectors have been added. They can be also the consumers. For the first time it has been taken care of this statute itself. And next is product liability. This product liability has been added this time because you know, if you purchase your bus, the tires are of another company. Okay, the engine of different company, and this body is built by another company. But virtually also Leyland has sold it, Tata has sold it, right? Now different structures those are added here. Those structures are the assembly of different company manufacturers. So the product, net product is the truck, and truck has got so many components which are actually manufactured by different companies. Those companies sometimes what gets escaped earlier acts. There are no such provision. But product liability means whenever any product is sold, even if it has got different components by different companies, but every company is liable like the person who has sold it. That is why product means any article or goods or substance or raw material or any extended cycle of such product which may be in gaseous, liquid or solid state possessing intrinsic value which is capable of delivery either as fully assembled or as or component or is produced and the production to trade or commerce but does not need to deliver issues. It doesn't, but it should be all goods. It not human, it should not be goods. Right? So the blood or the blood pressure organs, etc. So now this product liability, product has been added by this new act. And liability means those who are actually taking their manufacturing and also assembly and also wholesaling and the dealer etc. All are component of that and they are got liability. And this particularly product liability action can be taken under this chapter as efficient service and unfair trade practice and times also it is taken as also the unfair trade practice. Therefore, this product seller and product manufacturer, those who are already defined in that word, you should know what is product liability. Product liability always that every product manufacturer or the seller or the wholesaler or you can say assembler, all are liable. Maybe accuracy, maybe it depends on the fact. Right? Suppose one personally comes to you that I have purchased a new bus, but it does it mean that it has got manufacturing defect? No. The defect means it might have got somebody constructed not properly, or it has got some other problems with this whenever assembling the vehicle, that is parts, different parts, maybe engine of other companies sold by them. So all these things are going together. So you have to distinguish whether it is actually product liability or it is a sole responsibility of the seller. That one has to see. Then comes to the issue, and this is all about this, the definition chapters. I am not going to more and more, but one thing I am telling you that this CCPA roles, role of CCP, whenever a consumer product faces a problem, they can make application direct to CCP. And they can hold the investigation through the concerned collector. And after the concerned collector found that yes, there is a some sort of defect with the company itself and selling the product to the different consumers, and the consumers are actually being harassed here, then this class action can be recommended by the CCPA to at least to the concerned collector that the company should at least stop from selling those products. The company should at least take back the products from market. Right? So many pharmaceutical companies are there. They are also selling the paracetamol. They are also selling the antibiotics. But those antibiotics are not effective at all. You know that recently one medicine is called Dolo. Right? That is, most of the people are processing for shipping. So those pharma companies, those are Dolo and duplicate Dolo as well. So therefore, this class action can be recommended by the CCPA and to say that take back this property from the market. You see that there is some cream. You see Nivea cream. Nivea cream also duplicated. And when Nivea came to know, they immediately told all the suppliers to give back that product. You know that recently some Nokia has come in, Nokia Mobile. Nokia Mobile actually they have also found some defects. CCPA should notice that you are selling the substandard mobiles and those mobiles are taken back. So these are the activities of CCPA after due investigation by the concerned collector and also setting for the inquiry system. There which is taken back from market. That is CCPA role. If the role, if this order is not violated, then they can also punish the person concerned with the fine and also the imprisonment. And they can also file the case before the consumer commissions. Yes, now the role of the consumer commissions. Why this role come? Because of the medicine service or unfair trade practice or unfair money practice. What is efficient service? Those are all products in that is efficient. I have already narrated you. Or depending on goods, then definitely it will come under. And you know, the consumer law is cluster of various laws. One is banking. What type of banking law you can understand? The role of the RBI. Most of the times RBI giving some sort of slogan to this about the you see, some other RBI also giving some sorts of money because he wants to take not to resources. His consumer will matter. So he is also giving guidance. Similarly, you find banking sector, the Karnataka is available. That means a person who is actually taking loan and what not able to pay, that is a contract. That in the event of non-payment of loan, the vehicle will taken back, and by that it is surplus set. You know the surplus set? Surplus set, all of you know? Okay. The surplus set is very much available to the banking sectors. They start the provision on 13% and finally auction the house. Those are also activities which are going on, and sometimes the agreement is not followed between the banker and the state and the debtor. That is why this surplus act applied, and the consumer courts have no right to at least go against the surplus act. But if there is a violation of the contract or the contract itself is made unfair one, then you can challenge the commissions and CCPOs. But all these things happen. Only one thing that we forgot efficient service and unprotected price. So those are actually best treatment for the consumers. But you have to establish how to establish this is subject matter of a fact system. Right? Now next comes to commission flow means if there is a allegation up to 50 lakhs that is value, then it will go to district. If there is more than 50 lakhs up to 2 crores, then it will go to state commissions. And after 2 crores, the contract will go to the national commissions. But district commission pass order, then it will appeal to the state commissions. State commission pass order in corporate case will go to the national commission. National commission pass order will go to the. So these are actually hierarchy of these commissions. But commissions also decide the same fact. They have the power to impose compensation. They have the power to pass order to pay to return the amount which has been paid during finance cost or consideration. And they have the power also to see that deficiency removed and not to repeat the unfair practice. And they have the right also to pass order that the compensation must be adequately and punitive damages also can be. Punitive damages means exemplary damage. So the commissions will be huge. At the same time, CCP will be huge. The only condition is that this is applicable if you find and prove the case. Lastly, I will give you that if the order is not commission carried out, then they can file the two things. One is civil action, other criminal action. The civil action said that you can go to the state commission for executing the deed as if order to be one of the sufficient. Order to be no? So earlier it was somewhat very minor but not huge one. And another action has been given that they can also start the criminal proceeding by just like magistrate first class, judicial magistrate first class. They can issue the show cause, and after show cause they can frame the charge, and they can also go ahead with this case about summary procedure, and they can also make them punishable as per the imprisonment and also fine as prescribed in statute 70. Then I am coming to this mediation. This mediation is post-litigation mediation. During pendency, the party can enter to mediation. Mediators have been appointed by different commissions. The commission can also ask the mediator to decide the case, and if it is going away, then it is the mediation process. And mediation, after successful, then it will be binding on both parties and will carry on. How many of you are well acquainted with mediation? Let me raise the hand. How many of you well acquainted with mediation? Have you gone on training? Mediation training कैसे होगा? Mediation training होता है. Mediation training का जानते लोगों में अपन आंदोलन mediator में जाते हैं, अपन को ना जाते judges में जाते हैं. किंतु mediation में जब आपको legal sense तो अगर जब आपको डायरेक्शन की training कैसे तो डायरेक्ट बस किंतु that mediator training also we have already appointed mediators in the whole state, the district wise and state commissions. They have been trained to some extent, but they will second trained. Okay, but most of these mediation process is a event process. In the sense, both parties have to at least give something and accept. So that is the ideal one important distribution process, and that is being added in this particular. So those are actually overall rules. Regulation is there, that is issued by the National Commission. How the Commission will see that the Commission will first instance will issue the notice for filing counter, and after the counter is filed, both parties are allowed to read evidence, either affidavit, etc. Then after hearing both parties, they pass the order. This is the usual process of commission. Very simple. Right? CCPA will same process. So they have got given powers to hear the matter first time. Okay? Now I give you time at least to ask the question anything else from this question. Yes, Puri.
Sir, how the mediation, future of mediation, that is included with the consumer transaction.
Yes, no, that is true. We are going to present pre-litigation mediation can be taken place by the council. So that is why you see, if part of the parties agreed, both parties can also it is fruitful, then it can take part. No problem. There is no bar. But now the new law parliament passed. So if that is acceptable by respective state governments, then there is no bar. That has got some sort of push. Right? Yes. Yes. CCPA has got not a parallel power. Yes, CCPA has got also, the CCPA can be complainant before the commission. If at all the CCPA has found that there is some sort of problem with them, they are not able to manage, then they can file a complaint with the commission. Right? CCPA, one thing that is deficient service unfair treatment is can be made, can be cleared by the consumer before the commission. But a commission before the CCPA, normally the big players go. No. They have got a power transformation. You see, CCPA will come to chapter. If you ask this question, we will definitely remove it. Come to this. CCPA. CCPA. Yes, come to 25. Yes, come to section 10, right? Section 10, powers of National Central Authority, right? Section 18. There are huge powers. The central authorities shall protect, promote, and enforce the rights of consumers as a class action category, and prevent violation of consumer rights under this Act. Prevalent unfair trade practice ensure that no person engages in such unfair trade practice. Ensure that no false and misleading advertisements. This is most important thing. That I am going to tell you that whenever any celebrity is giving any sort of false assurance on the advertisement and the advertisement is found to be misleading one, not only the advertiser will be responsible or the vendor is responsible, but also celebrity. This has been taken care of by this program. It may be celebrity of a, that means maybe Akshay Kumar or maybe your US maybe, but you know that Sopari, that Saruk Kumar is always celebrity, right? Mother Devlopment and Akshay Kumar are known as many of it. So they are saying, suppose by Sopari somebody gets cancer, then so for that also the class action can be taken. So that is why new act is formed. To ensure no person takes part in publication, advertising of which is false and misleading. That is celebrity. And next, without reduction in generality of provisions, the center for any purposes therefore should require cause inquiry, investigation to made into violation of standards, other show motor or a complaint, file complaints with the district commission, intervene in proceedings before the district commissions, review of matters relating to factors involving the enjoyment, recommend adoption of governance, undertake promote research in the field of consumer, spread or promote awareness on consumer rights, encourage non-governmental organizations working, mandate the use of unique and universal like this institutes, like this they can issue mandate. They are not more purpose, that is commission. And issue safety notices alert consumers against the dangerous advertised ministries and issue necessary guidelines to prevent unfair trade and protect consumers' interests. And this power also further, you see, they refer to matters interested to other regulators and also power of central authority without the rules. Also without they can without the rules. And by that also they have got power of authority to issue direction and penalty against the false. They have got also penalty, they can impose penalty. So they have got huge power. Some sort of allegation against CCP. And it's not, it is a comments against the CCP. That how can an authority becomes an investigator and becomes an adjudicator and becomes also the implementing authority. How can a person cannot judge himself? Right? But it is the implementing authority. Commission is actually the adjudicator. But he has got power also as a research to see that whether it is false promise or not. They have that investigation is demanded by the adjudication because they have to issue notice and they have to appear at the satisfy whether that is not actually against the unfair trade practice. Right? No, they have got 89, 88, 89, you see section 83. Right. The chapter shall apply to every claim of complaints from the product liability action by a complainant for any 80 penalty for non-compliance or direction of central authority. You see, whoever is SICA check, so 2021 shall be punished with the imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months. Right? If they will not okay, the order they will to fight. So that is there. Punishment for false and misleading advertisement, section 89, should be there. So punishment for manufacturing false sell, showing, selling, distributing, etc. Whoever buys such so and so shall be punished. Manufacturing shall give such act. Yes, 90 onwards will be looked after by the magistrate. Any person can complain and he will be duly investigated. Then he can go to the magistrate. central authority or official authority. So central authority has to come to at least file the complaint and also the file the arbitration and also punishment. Yes, any question on this? Yeah.
Sir, because of your effort, what is the consumer movement is going to be signing notice. So one suggestion from my side that mediation. You are training the people, training was good counsel, consumer counsel to create awareness of the people about the rights.
First making awareness is important. Then mediation comes. So first the task is that for us to at least take the mediation. So take the awareness. So awareness if it is not there, then it will not be, it is next stage will not come.
Step by step.
Yeah. Our Nata will go.
The
Those who are actually questioning, so they should approve the Nata. Yes.
My name is Dr. Loknath sir. I head of the department, GM office.
Yes. Any question? Yes. What is the name? Okay. There.
Mediation training में दरकार.
But first of all, you see that whether the people of your area will actually benefited by this process or not. We have to- Because you will go to again this commission. You see, mediation is only recommended after filing the case under the act, and that is a commission. If the commission found that it is not possible by mediation, it will come back and if you are adjudicated matter, you are treated as it is. As it is. If party is agreed by the CCPH, he can, that is already provision. You see, come back. Okay. Okay. A person agreed by the order passed by the central authority under 2021 may file an appeal to the National Commission with a period of 30 days from date of disorder. The National Commission can hear appeal against the order of this CCP. Your question is that if the mediation fails, then it will come to the normal commission and they will execute the matter after order the act. That is already put in. Yes. वो होटल का प्रोविजन पढ़े के ना टाइम है लॉस से आपको देखना है one thing I will advise all of you, you have already been thorough in the CRPC, CPC, IPC, etc. But you should follow in the new protection. You are servant of law, the master of law, I don't say. But one thing that we are all students of law. Therefore, we have to study the law every day, like Gita. So, Consumer Protection Act should be also read, like your IPC, CRPC, and also CPC, etc. And now, you are all a new act coming under the So, Naku बोले को पढ़े But one thing, अपन ओडिया तो जानते हो, अपन तो आइट का पढ़ी ले, ओडिया के बॉडी अपन को कैच पढ़े को तो कैच को शायद वो पढ़े को
awareness scholar videos भी जाओ.
हाँ, ये पढ़ना नहीं, वो तो अपन उन्हें रोकन पढ़े तो इंग्लिश पढ़े तो अपन पढ़े से ना, अरे अपन पर्टिकुलर actually no. 7 at least 700 na. Yes, any question further? From your side? Just for minute. Yes. No, why not I should yes? evidence? Oral evidence. So, yes, evidence is not there. Oral evidence. Oral evidence is direct evidence. Okay. 61, 62, about document evidence. Leave it. All this is necessary in this also. I am telling you. This is because there is what evidence is here also in Consumer Act. 100% also it has to be लेकिन होते हैं कोयला से तो हमसर बिक्री करा नहीं से कोयला तक तो ऑपरेटर को बिक्री कर होते कोयला से नॉट एन इशू should follow that person. Right? Yes. Any question? Yeah. Right. Nara Kongo? Please. No. Why they are demanding? They are saying that we are demanding for the thorough review. To pay, otherwise don't pay. Don't purchase from us. You can't say that we are bound to sell this by this price. And yes, if there is a price fixed by the local authority and you have got that price, then you can say भाई ये तो आपको यहाँ पे जो कलेक्टर है धोनी की वो तो प्राइस दिया है आपने क्यों इसको ऐसे भेजे नहीं तो बेचना चाहिए नहीं should not sell like this you tell them limit that and make a complaint before the authority but you are not purchasing no as long as you have not purchased or paid anything you are not doing right. So the consumer conservation is complete when you purchase or promise to purchase the price and that price is fixed.
So we are given some guidelines for the
insurance law, electricity law, banking law, and building law, construction law, and yes, that is there. But the Bacharan Koyus, we see one commission, and that is also established under the Electricity Act 2003. And we see not only that beforehand, there is also Electricity Act 2010. So under that act, there is provision that VSC can issue the different regulations at different times to promote the tariffs and also supply of electricity and the liability of the licensee, liability of the customer, liability of this about the distribution company, all these things. So the VSC is a commission who has endowed with this work. So whenever they issue regulation, the regulation is part law. That whenever the regulation is violated, the law is violated. And if it is violated, then consumer court will take care of it. Okay. So therefore the Electricity Act is No, then you see, we see everybody. Why do you think that it is everybody? They have got education power, but they are not doing. Our tariff का क्या होगा? Because of the I think the chairman of the president of this state government commission, I have made so many judgments. So far the electricity failure, etc. 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 I remember the judgment I have given. यदि आपको फिर से मेरे बोलने कटका जो customer social activities. Being a consumer also, because here is also a consumer of the business. So he has, like, you see, he has filed a complaint before the court, then consumer stating that the electricity, there was some storm, and by storm the electricity power is disrupted, and the supply is not being performed. So that man has to go to the High Court and got the order that restore the power within 2 days. The power is received only till also after 5 days. In the meantime, OERC Commission has also reached a spot and gave the opinion that the earlier recommendation have not been implemented by the this local authority in the sense the grid code. So by taking this thing, he said that I will do compensation because my father and mother suffered, they are poor persons. Then after evidence being laid by both parties, then I have ordered compensation. Right? 650 years. What is the problem? Problem we are having to be that there is deficit service. Because that service which is given to be given to people is not given. Workers cannot do. It is not a problem of yours. It is a problem of many persons. So the class action is recommended. That is no class action. Just like repetition. You know well. Right? Therefore, another point. One person's line was cut off. The last level video. And that is the line was immediately cut off on Sunday. He is a he is 70 years. So they more than that. So that man actually said on Sunday, they cut off my line, and after the debate when I asked me to debate, then they said deficit. Yes, I agree. And also, get the what? You have no right to achieve, and also that supply issue. On Sunday, no line will be disrupted. Whatever is the situation, whatever. Can't do this on Sunday. That issue.
Did you ask about loose materials and so on? How to do
Loose material?
ask the question.
Who is serious? Like,
Yes, ask the question.
Why
Give the mic to
do
her.
that?
Give the mic to her. Hello.
yes.
Give the mic.
And Bajano? Where is
Where is the other one? The mic here. Madam, mic here. Madam is very aware. Who's mic there last? Come good. Come good. Get an answer.
You have gone out to India.
My question is
And
that
this is very soft.
if there is no price tag, and there is no price tag, whether the consumer will consume that product or not.
Which one? This, again, this?
If there is no price tag in any commodity, whether that consumer will consume that product or not.
Should not go for percentage. In my opinion, consumers should not go for percentage. If there is no price tag.
No, supposing.
There is no contract made on their.
No, sir. She's not explained you.
Yes.
She's saying, supposing I as a consumer, I cannot buy 1 kilo or half a kilo package product. I buy in loose from shop. And when I go to buy in loose, there is no price tag. Then what should I do as a consumer?
Obviously, I said a kilometer. And below is also the half is the half देला से का मिलर को से लोगों ने जाएगा वो वाला हफ्ते से देवे पैकेट लॉन्च होगा और पैकेट और स्टॉक नहीं दैट आर सेइंग खुली होना
ना हां से ठीक नहीं যদি করতে
हां चेक सुनो मिलर 50 हाफ मिलर 25 जो क्या करता है that is consumer right. Consumer has got right to ask questions. Yes, it is definitely acceptable on the consumer.
So what is the remedy?
Remedy is for going for this consumer commission. But if you can call the person, understand that being some ability between the parties and also he said, okay, I'll sell it at 25 rupees. That's what it goes.
Sometimes I
No, that is sushi. More packet का खुले के लिए अवेलेबल है। उसे ना पैकेट बना कर दे तो पैकेट।
आई तो ये जे आगु पैकेट में 5 पैकेट खोली देछि। तो 100 ग्राम दोछि। से 100 ग्राम में तर जेति तर रेट वैरी होछि। तर देखि प्रपोजल देखला पर तर किलो रो प्रपोजल का ठीक आसु रेट। तो से जगह में से
आते हैं 100 ग्राम दो पे।
हां आइए ना। फिर आइए और इकेलो तो बस
in that case, at least it is a class action. It is a class action actually. People recommend constitution of the CCP. They may file a case before the CCP and also commission. It can.
So what is ACN right? What is ACN right?
But what is the way to create an evidence?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, evidence will be person concerned at least who is actually purchasing here to file affidavit. If there is nothing else to the affidavit, because there are no receipt, there is another reverse. He did not give receipt to me. And another reverse. That is also basis for he can't. He has to sell it on or give also fine.
But then again, going to do an affidavit.
Yeah, just to go to the notary or somewhere. You see, affidavit necessary to file. No, file a complaint. Claim. If that is affidavit file. If not that, it is only for file complaint. You go to concern court.
बड़ा 25 टका रा जिंस को इमाने ने कंप्लेंट करूची केतरा तर खर्च होती केते बेटा लागो जल्दी तर फुएल अच्छी सब में से सिका 25
ये अपना काउंसलिंग सेक्टर का काम वाला
ये वो सही है बहुत ही है
काउंसलिंग सेक्टर काम वाला ये आपड़ा एक्टिवली लोगों को कहबे बाबा एमपी करूछु एमपी 10 लोग हो पास तब काय तो हमें जेती कोरोना तो दैट टू सी यू आर मेड योरसेल्फ and also return that money to the that is why you need to consider why this counseling center that is a pre-medicated counseling you should immediately the mediation that is called right
Ese ACN se mueve ACN में militar la que está por psicológicos. Ne और psicológicos. Try changes. Difference of
that is also actionable. That is also actionable. That cannot be so price after price tag. That cannot, because you should know that Metrology Act recently it has come. आगे जो West Measure Act था सेटा पता Metrology Act is. ये डिपार्टमेंट का काम है. कारण आपण तो जो Metrology Act का आपण पढ़ो तो प्राइस गुड्स और कितनी पड़ेगा पता लेवलिंग कितने आएगा तो सब चीजें लिखा है. सीधे पड़ेगा पता. And if they already that it is
सर केतरा स्पीकर बोले तो सेटा एक्सेप्ट हो और अगर गोटे ये ऊपर लेखा है आप लेखा है माने बहुत की दिगल से प्राइस है गोटे प्राइस एक ही लेखा हैला तापर आप स्पीकर इनला से स्पीकर का एक्सेप्टेबल भी ना ये टोटल ओरिजिनल जो लेखा है ताकि से एक्सेप्ट हो
आप ये लेखा हो कि अपन देख रहे हो
हां ना से स्पीकर उठला में
actually organized by the share, not the manufacturer.
I just want small clarification and you can go with it. Just one small clarification. You see, whenever a sticker is allowed, it is through a notification. The department concerned, like the Department of Consumer Affairs or Department of Legal Methodology, gives a notification saying on such and such product from this month to this month, sticker will be allowed, not beyond this month. That is because they give a concession to the manufacturer to take the stocks which are already in the market, to allow them to put the sticker till that stock is not sold, but only up to a particular month. So you have to ask for that notification, that whether it is within that notification period or not. If it is beyond that period, you can challenge. You can say that he is beyond period.
I suggest that in this case, you should go for CCP.
CCP, yes.
You go for CCP. This action should be brought in class action will be determined by against the company. The statements. Yeah.
Sir, it is over?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. One photograph. I want to give you my latest magazine. So I want to give a photograph with that.
Oh.
And I also want to request our lady who asked those questions to come up and take a copy as a recognition for her good questions.
Thank you.
You give this one for asking the questions. Yes. Okay, put it down. Look at the camera. Very good. I saw and what I want to tell everybody, I've got some extra copies of the latest edition. You must have got the old edition. No, I want to also appeal before the judge, saying that all the people in my session who will answer good questions and answer good answers will get a copy of this.
Okay.
Very good. No, because I heard an asking. Yes. So, friends, you can go for tea and go for a Q&A session.
ହେଉଛି ଆପଣ ଯଦି ଏମିତି ନାହିଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘରେ ରଙ୍ଗ ଲାଗିପାରିବ ନାହିଁ ମାଛ ଲାଗିପାରିବେ ମାଛ ଲାଗିପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ
let's say you are in a job surgical equipment, sister, and not document. You are not that. Not documents, you are good staff. Pricing and other things. Pricing etc. automatically आपका ये रास्ता से बैठ में है कब होता है pharmaceutical pricing there is a act called
there is deficient service in any sector. It's very Please tell me your diagnosis of the COVID. तो सेव हो जाती हमें को कोई बात तो सारा लिस्ट बोली तो दैट इज आल्सो ऑलवेज उनको डॉक्टर बन जाओ ये कॉलेज and also they are not recovering, they are not extending your license. They are not extending your license.
Very good. Hello friends, good afternoon. Everybody, nice to meet you all again, and good to get you all back. And keep that conversation for tomorrow. Tomorrow. Just concentrate on this session. Okay. So this session, as we all know, is going to talk about what? Counseling and are they important? Yes. Why they are important? Tell me. Who will tell me? Why is it important? Why? But how do you become a good counselor? And what is counseling? We will touch on that. Please, next slide. This is not working. Let it come over. Oh.
Service.
I know. Okay. That doesn't matter. Not today. So counseling is what? It is like a talking therapy. It is a form of therapy. And what is therapy? It is like you know who comes to you? Why will they come to you? Because they are angry or they are unable to know what to do next. They ignore it. Then they come to you. Why? Because they want to talk to you. It is a process to talk about issues and problems. Right? All of you will get this slide. So you don't have to write. You look at me and listen to me. Okay, you all will get the copy of the slide. If Priyanka doesn't send it to you all, you please shout at her and find her. For not sending it. Okay. So have you collected any money? How much? You will collect tomorrow. ये तो तुम्हारा दुकान कभी चलेगा ही नहीं. If you want to collect tomorrow, that tomorrow will never come. Let me tell you. Then they will say, no, day after.
आप ऐसे करें तो कल आएगा.
So the process to talk about issues and problems. Are you able to listen to me? Yes. There has to be eye-to-eye contact. Otherwise, I will not be able to communicate. Next is it has to be professional and confidential. Very important word. Why confidential? Because somebody is coming to you with trust and opening up, trying to tell you many things, which is very personal. You cannot talk about those with anybody else. Certain things you have to be very careful before you talk to the media or you talk to your seniors or you talk.
this talk is very important for all of you. So our mediation is concerned. Okay, sir.
It's very important. Why I am telling you is, people have to believe that you are reliable. They can depend on you, they can trust on you. If they tell you something, nobody else will come to know. Which is very important. The third is, it should be unbiased and non-judgmental. You cannot come to conclusions. Please remember this. When you are a counselor, you cannot come to conclusions. You have to first listen in an unbiased manner. And then, after understanding the whole issue, the problem, you come out with a solution. Which cannot be only your personal. You might even have to refer to an expert to come to a conclusion. What are you? You look very worried. Huh? No.
This is like that.
What happened? Huh? Long journey. Oh, that's why you are doing like that.
No, his face is like that.
No.
His face.
I come from Hyderabad. So what? But such a long distance. But I am still in the room looking at you.
Very hours. I was there, 4 hours में है.
वो नवरमन में चले जा रहा है पार्क हम उसको खींच के ला रहे हैं भुवनेश्वर में.
बहुत अच्छा है. मैंने रास्ता बढ़िया है.
Then the next is most important issue. It has to be credible and in consultation with experts on the subject. So you must remember that. It has to be very credible. In the morning also I explained to you. You know, what is the source you are taking? How you are coming to that conclusion? Everybody is watching you. The moment they will find a fault in you, they will make a huge issue out of it. That the counselor has told this. And then you are running here to protect yourself. No. You have to be very sure before you speak. Very important. Then it provides consumers with the opportunity to share their views, be heard, and gain new perspective on their situation and experience. When they are coming to you, they are coming to you with some new experience. They are wanting to know more from you and sharing with you, you know. So we have to develop the ecosystem of listening to people. It helps consumers to gain clarity surrounding issues. If there is any issue, like we discussed just now, on a product which is being sold in loose, in small quantities.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. In small quantities. Then they come with an issue to you, and we have been able to come to some conclusion after discussion. After taking into consideration all the issues concerning that subject. So that is also a main characteristic of a counseling. How to discuss with experts on the subject, how to bring clarity, how to bring a kind of transparency on the whole subject is very important. Last, it helps to engage with the community. It helps to engage with the community and the consumers to identify and work towards achieving the desired outcomes and goals of counseling. What are the goals of counseling? Tell me. What do you want to achieve out of counseling? Not only solving the problem. The goal of counseling is to bring in a comfort level for the consumer. That is a major goal. You don't have to think of ever speak therapy. Everybody wants to talk and speak about their problem. They are always looking for somebody. किससे बात करें, किससे बात करें? Then they will go to their father or to their mother. Then the father and mother will say, "Oh, I don't know anything about consumer. Come on, why are you disturbing me? I don't know about consumer." But then, if you tell your parents, "Oh, now we are counselors. We are going to speak about it. If you are having any problem, you come to me. I will solve it." You will tell your parents. You will tell your elders. You will tell your neighborhood. You will tell your community. You will tell many people who are your friends. So the goal is what? The goal is very simple. How will people recognize you as a dependent person, as a person of credibility, who can be reached quickly on phone, physically, to resolve some of my problems? Why? Because they know how to do the counseling. Any questions on this? Yes. No, so the only way we start is recognition comes out of certification and accreditation. I cannot say I am an expert till somebody else who knows more than me tells that I am an expert. Then only I can say I am an expert. You can't say by attending a one-day program or a two-day program that I am become an expert in counseling. No. You have to go through a test. You have to go through some kind of examination. You have to qualify. Then you can be called a counselor. But we are giving you a certificate. Are we giving them a certificate? We are giving you a certificate saying you have attended this program. So that people come to know that you have got some knowledge about counseling, right? Which you can display in your house, in your place of work, wherever you want to display, you can display. Where people know. And then if you start practicing.
Maybe, sir, I am not saying for myself, sir.
No, I am not saying.
So that people
No, we will make that. But we cannot make in 1.5 days.
how many percent?
We will have to wait for 6 months, 1 year to see how people are performing. Then accordingly, we will start giving you grades. That you are 3-star. Now you have reached 4-star. Now you have reached 5-star. Then the karate is black belt, brown belt. So like that. We will give you categories. But we want to try these 12 districts first to create a model who have arrived here. Next please. So what are the 3 traits of counseling? The first trait is caring. Please remember. What does caring mean? Yes, my friend. What does caring mean?
Take care of the consumer. To take care of the consumer.
Take care. What does to take care mean? What does caring mean? Caring का मतलब क्या होता है?
Understand his emotions and behavior.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Patiently heard the problems of the environment.
Correct. Caring means you are in that person's shoes. Affectionate. And to become friendly. The person is feeling that ये हमारे लिए चिंतित है. Is caring. The second word is genuine. You have to be very genuine. Artificial नहीं हो सकता है. हम बोला हंसने के लिए तो हंस रहा है, लेकिन पता लगा हंस नहीं रहा है. You have to be genuinely smiling. is genuinely smiling? Original. What is original? Natural. Genuine come from heart. Who is that? Said, very good. Let's do it. Very good. Come from the heart. Today is the World Heart Day. And we are all talking about heart right from the beginning. Very good. So it has to be very genuine. And the third most important word is empathetic. Empathetic. What does empathetic mean? Swahanubhuti. Empathetic means you are more compassionate about that person. You are caring, you are genuinely thinking about that person. Empathetic. My problem. कोई भी आदमी आपके पास आएगा, पहला काम आप उनको बोलेंगे, you don't worry, you have come to the right place, you are talking to the right person, your problem is my problem. अरे खाली बोल रहा है, so you have to show it. How do you show? Counselors should use evidence-based treatment from their formal training, like this is training, whatever we are teaching. You have to convert that into a formal evidence-based activity. Evidence-based activity. The second, counselors need to have a strong community network. देखो community network शुरू होता है a group of 5 people, 6 people. I remember in 1983 when I started the consumer awareness group in Jamshedpur. We were only 7 of us. और आज grow होते I have today more than 2 lakhs people following me. So you can't build Rome in one night. You have to slowly start. You can't say I don't have a big community. Doesn't matter. You made it up?
Yes, right.
You made it up.
I must say.
So please make it up, otherwise tomorrow if there is a I know you know him because they are on the same district.
Who will have a number of times?
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so you have to make sure that you have a strong community network. Start from where? From your own family. Bring your family members into the picture first. Then maybe your neighborhood. Then the place where you work. Then the students, your professional friends, like that your network will grow. You understand? When you throw a stone in a pond, what happens? What happens? Huh? And then what happens to that wave? Spreading. And then where does it go? Up to the bank. So your circle of influence, which we call, has to be such. It will be like a stone on that pond which you throw. Slowly, it will keep growing. It will keep growing. And you will find your network has grown. So as a counselor, you must have a strong community network. Counselors need to undergo professional development to keep their skill sets current, up to date, utilizing the best practices and methods. That is why we invited you here. We could have done this on webinar, but we decided no. Some of you suggested no. That let's have a physical meeting. Let's do a training program. So we decided, government also agreed of Orissa, yes, we should have a training program. We invited so many people, all the districts were invited, but you all showed interest. And you all are here today. And because you all are here today, you are getting advantage of this training. Like we also got when we were young. We were also very happy when we were invited to be trained by experts. And what we learned, we taught others. I am expecting that all of you, when you go back to your college, you will start conducting such programs 1 day, half a day, 2 days, whatever is convenient to you. But you should pass on this knowledge to your other people also. Students, faculty members, neighborhood, your family members. Very important. Very important. Because that will build your strength and credibility. देखो कितना passionate है. They will say. They will say, oh, see how committed this person is. He came and not kept the knowledge for himself. He is spreading it. He is telling you. This is very important. Then counselors must recognize the fact that they may not be able to answer all the questions and seek support from domain experts. हर एक व्यक्ति को हमको भी आज सब कुछ नहीं मालूम. I cannot say that I know everything. Sorry, I may not know many things. But if I don't know, I will go to the person who knows and learn from that person, and then pass on the information to the person who has approached me. नहीं ऐसे करना चाहिए. लेकिन हमारे देश में हम देखते हैं आप किसी से बात कर लो, even if the fellow doesn't know that subject, हमको मालूम है, हम बता देगा. ऐसा ऐसा होता है, ऐसा वो गूगल में था. अरे यार गूगल में था तो मतलब वो लक्ष्मण रेखा बन गया क्या? नहीं. You have to be very sure about what you are speaking, and don't try to show that you know everything. There is nothing wrong. See, the first time when I went abroad, I learned this art or skill. The overseas guy, a person who doesn't know something what you are asking, he immediately tells you on your face, sorry, I can't tell you this. It's not my subject. I cannot tell you. Now what to do? I will find out from my friend who knows this and I will come back to you. That's the way. That is the right way. Never try to mislead people showing that you know it but actually you don't know. It is better to say, I don't know. कभी बोला आप किसी को कि I don't know?
Yes, sir.
Very good, excellent. You see, जब मोकाम्बो खुश होता है तो बोलता है मोकाम्बो खुश हुआ. तो हम जब खुश होते हैं हम ताली मारते हैं. I feel very happy, I clap. When I feel happy, I clap. So that the other person who is talking, comes to know that I am very happy with what he is saying. Why? Oh! I thought that it's the other way around. That, I today met some real talent of Odisha. Let me tell you very frankly. All of you are so talented.
All virtual meeting who inspired me, personalized you, that your physical meeting, so that I will do that.
I made it happen. No, because you see, you people expressed. And because you are expressed, many people who could not attend the virtual meeting are today here.
I cried.
Don't cry. Don't cry. And the last is, but not the least, counselors must encourage open and frank conversation. See, from the morning you must be watching. I am all the time asking you, any questions? Anybody has anything to ask? You want to say something? You should be very open and frank. I want to know from you all that in my sessions, what more you expected, which you did not get, so that I can improve in my next session. What are those things which did not happen, which you wanted it to happen, so that I can include it in my next session. See, so such revisions must come. You see, you are married. You are single. You are married. You are married. She's not married. She's not married. Who else is married? You are married. Yes, sir. You are married. Who complains to you the most? जल्दी बोलो. My wife. So why does she complain to you the most? Maximum. Can somebody tell me
सरकार इसलिए बोलता है।
वेरी वेरी आप तो मेरे को मचाते नहीं, हमको देना पड़ेगा, आपको मेरी कॉपी देगा। I want to give you this because you use the right word. You use the right word. This is your copy. Congratulations. Thank you. You see, the point which I want to make is the people who trust you the most, who loves you the most, who depends on you the most, comes and complains you the most. Why? Because they know. Not only that, they want. Not your wife will never want to go and complain about you to your neighbor. फिर तो आपका डमाडोल हो जाएगा. She will always want to come and tell you because she wants to see you change. She loves you to make you change. She is not trying to tell you what is your fault. She is trying to tell you how you can improve. You see, complaints are never criticism. Let me tell you. Complaints are suggestions for change. आप बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो, उससे बेटर कैसे करेंगे? तो जिनके लिए आप सेवा कर रहे हो, उनसे पूछो कि कैसे आप बेटर हो सकते। So it is very important to understand that when she is complaining to you, she is not criticizing you. Because she loves you more than your neighbor. Otherwise, she would have been going and staying with your neighbor. If you did not listen to her, you are becoming very serious. I don't know what he is going to become by tomorrow. So, anyway, he is assimilating, and today when you are not going home, you are going home. So when you go home today, first thing you should do is call her and make her sit next to you. You say, whatever unhappiness you have got about me, you tell me everything. Then she will say, hey, what happened? Why are you asking me this? She says, no, one gentleman taught me this skill. Because you are going and complaining to the neighbor, don't go and complain to the neighbor, you are complaining. So you have to be very sympathetic. See, counseling is such an art. It is such an art. You have to develop that skill. That skill has to be such that people will be dying to meet you. Sir, I want to meet you first. I contacted you so many days back, you are not giving me time. That should be the demand. You see, what I am trying to convey to you is that people must feel that attraction to come. Because they must feel that इनको शिकायत करने से वो उसको निंदा के रूप से नहीं देखता है, वो सुझाव के रूप से देखता है. Next slide. Okay. Now we are actually finished the counseling part of it. Now we will come to the communication part. Okay. But before we do the communication part of it, have you people heard of what is known as Chinese whisper? Some kind, some way. Okay. I will give you a slip. You are also part. Whatever is written in this, you will not read out to her. You will read it, and in her ears you will whisper away from her. Okay? Then whatever you understand, what she told you, you tell her. Okay? And then you tell her. And it will go and stop there. Similarly, I will give you the slip. You will not read that slip and tell him. You will read it and then tell him. But you will not read word by word. You will read it and and this row will stop it. Okay? Understood? Everybody? Okay, we'll play this game. This is yours. This is yours. Okay, quiet now. Everybody keep quiet, please, and pass on from here to there. And you keep the seat with you. Okay? Team A is ready? Come to the front. Okay, friends, you enjoyed the game? Yes, sir. Now you will listen to the best part of the game. The best part. Now, for team A, please tell everybody what is your message you got.
Advertisement is a good method for advertisement. Advertisement is a good method for advertisement.
For example. And what was the message you read out? Please tell. Read. What you wrote in.
One
minute.
Advertisement is a method or a process to educate consumers about products and services.
So what happened? What happened in between? Who swallowed which word? Cake like is what you know, he said advertisement is a method or process to educate consumers about products and services. And what did you read out?
So advertisement is a good method for advertisement.
So very good. So in between, so many people ate away a lot of words, starting from you. wanted to hear. You didn't want to hear the whole thing. You didn't want to tell him, please repeat again, please tell me, I'm not going to understand. You never said. So low. But you should have increased. You should have increased. Whisper. This is whisper. This is supposed to be whisper. You are not supposed to shout and tell. Consumer is a person who has paid in full or partly paid or promised to pay for a product or service. That is what it started from here. And I do not know who swallowed which word. And continually it comes. You see? What did you hear? What did you hear? One minute. What did you hear from me? One minute. What did you hear from me?
The consumer is a person who is paid partly.
You came up to party and you never heard about, who paid full. You fully paid, you told her. She swallowed that. Okay. Very good. So please give me your service. Please give me yours. So friends, wonderful. It was a wonderful session. What I wanted to tell you all was in simple language. In simple language, what I wanted to show you all is that a communication, if it is not direct and goes through many people, you never know what will land up at the end. You have to be very careful. And that is why there are 7 C's of checklist in written and spoken messages. What are the 7 C's? You have to be very clear. Even if you are whispering, you have to be clear. You have to be concise. No, concise. I gave a very concise sentence. It was concise. Now I am coming to that. Suppose I am coming to that. Concise, concrete. See, I am giving definition of a consumer. I am giving definition of an advertisement. So there has to be some kind of an ingredient in that definition which will explain in very concise manner and in a concrete way the message. Okay, but what happens is, again I am trying to tell you all this, nothing to worry. What happens is, I showed you the experiment because this is part of your communication barrier which comes. When you communicate, engaging with so many people, at the end of the day, where it will go and line up and what kind of a message will reach the end person, you never know. So you have to be very careful. What I want to tell you is it has to be correct, it has to be coherent. Now what Priyanka told her, I don't know. But she read the whole thing and told her. She whispered it properly to her. She heard also part of that. But what happens is, see, what you all must know in communication that most of the time we do not want to hear what we are not interested. वो बोला ये पार्टी बोला हम फुल्ली भी बोला लेकिन हम फुल्ली को खा लेते हैं खाली पार्टी बोल देते चलो क्या हो गया हम पार्टी बोल देते. See, the point is everybody feels that a one word here and there, how does it matter? How does it matter? हम एक नहीं बोला पूरा हम बोला एडवर्टीजमेंट इज सो एंड सो वैसे बोला वहां तक पहुंचते बोल दिया एडवर्टीजमेंट इज एन एक्नॉलेजमेंट. वो क्या पहुंचा जो हम लोग चाहा पहुंचने के लिए. What I wanted reached it. What I did not want did not happen. So what you all need to understand that there are 7 C's in communication where you have to be clear, concise, coherent, and also correct, and complete, and also courteous. Very important. Can you play that video? What's that? Somebody will help. Can everybody look at it? If you can't understand something, write it down in your bag and ask me.
Very good.
Then second one is how do you message, and the third one is how do you document, and fourth one is how do you
Very good. Very, very good. So, from the morning when we met, yes, who's this?
1 minute. Veterans.
Why are you very for her? I know, because he is sure if she gets, he will get it. So, anyway, you leave that decision to me. That's my prerogative. Okay? That is the prerogative of the person who is teaching you to decide who is going to get, who is not going to get, not because they are not good. They are not going to get because, you see, I have limited hobbies. So, yes, so, from the morning, I have been trying to tell you all about certain things. What do you find similar to what we are talking about? Right in the morning we spoke, then we spoke about counseling, and now we have come to communication. What are the similarities you find? What is the similarity?
awareness.
Awareness. Okay.
So this is the common people how they better be.
Better way. Very good. But the most important thing is what you were told in the morning. Evidence. You used the word evidence. So what came out was that everywhere everybody is talking about evidence, documentation. We touched in the morning. How you create that message. So creating that message, delivering that message at the end of the day has to be based on evidence. Has to be based on credibility, has to be based on certain authentic information. And that is very important. You see, when they divided the communication into 4 segments, the most important thing was that you have to deliver in the right way, create the message in the right manner, and be able to
prepare the message, then make a document and deliver it in a
the first one. Very good. SS. SS what? Why that person has come to me? Look at it very in a micro manner, in a very focused way. You have to understand why that person has come to me. Because then only you will be able to find an answer to that. You see, the most important thing, what is an effective communication? I want to tell you all that. The most important thing is, effective communication is what which brings down the stress level of the opposite party and also sometimes you. So the stress management is very important in communication. You have to be relaxed. That's why from the morning I am trying to teach you all. Bring a smile on the face. Bring a smile on the face. Because if you bring a smile on the face, then you will feel relaxed, and the person who is coming to you also will feel relaxed. Otherwise, if you look at him like this, वो तो भाग जाएगा. ऐसे करके आप देखिएगा, पूरा ये तो खुद ही खुद परेशानी है उसमें, वो हमारा क्या परेशानी करेगा, वो भाग जाएगा. So you have to first build a very comfortable ecosystem where the person has to understand. You see, and we have to train ourselves that way. I know sometimes you don't see yourself in the mirror. You don't. You see yourself in the mirror? Yes, yes. Others will always see. No? Not always. Huh? No? But you always see yourself in the mirror. Oh God. Oh God. But your wife must be telling you. Simple means what? No wonder why you are all the time staring like this. So, the most important, you see, issue is appropriate non-verbal communication, which means body language. Body language is extremely important. If you stand like this, then anybody who
coming to you and say, "तो really झुक गया है, इसको कितना झुकाएंगे?" You know, so you have to stand erect. You have to have a smile. You have to have a good handshake or a namaskar or a pranam, so that you look not only decent, you look very presentable and easy to approach. पता लगा कि बहुत ज्यादा लोग अप्रोच करने लगते हैं, ये नहीं होना चाहिए, मुंह भी बच के रहना. So what you have to always do is you have to remember that I have to behave in a manner where I am respected. I do not do any action which will bring disrespect to my communication, which is very, very important. So body language is extremely important. Your standing posture, your presentation posture, it's very important. Many people you will find, they will, you watch, they will put their hands in the pocket. It looks very bad. You all don't understand, the boys don't understand that. Many a times. I know, the officers do this, means I will also do this. You cannot. You should always try to see that you are the most smart looking. Your hand should always be gesticulating, explaining, used for explanation. It should not be put inside the pocket. It should be outside the pocket, above the bed. Used for making decent actions. It's very, very important. You see, the third point is engaged listening. Engaged listening is when somebody is talking to you, please look at that person eye to eye. कोई बात कर रहा है आपसे, आप कुछ लिख रहे हो. Very bad communication. When that person is talking to you, you put your pen down, don't write anything, listen to that person, then you can tell that person, आप 2 मिनट देंगे, आप कुछ लिखेंगे, आप जो चीज बोले हो, I want to write. Do I have the permission to take 1 minute from you to write? Then you say, yes, please. Then you write down what he has said. Don't start writing when he is talking to you. हम लोग गलती करते हैं, नहीं? वो बात करे जा रहा है, हम नीचे देख रहे हैं. Which is very much of disrespect. You have to make sure that you are able to listen in an engaged manner with the person who is trying to talk to you. नहीं? हम लोग गलती करते हैं कि नहीं करते? करते हैं. तो आगे होगा? बिल्कुल नहीं होगा. We will all practice certain things which we learn from here, and we will try to see how it brings the change after we go back, so that we can record that, document that, bring evidence. So the most important again issue is the capacity to effectively communicate with self-confidence. Self-confidence comes out of what? Tell me. How does the self-confidence in yourself come? Where does it come from? How does that belief come? कितने लोग बनेगा करोड़पति देखता है शाम? Very good. Excellent. Knowledge brings self-confidence. You see, that's why I mentioned about one banega crowd. When people gather that knowledge, like yesterday in the evening, I watched that lady who got the 1 crore. The way she was answering, amazing knowledge. Amazing knowledge. You see, your self-confidence comes out of your knowledge, your experience. So you try to get as much knowledge as possible. Very important. To be a good counselor, you have to be some time in learning. And it is not necessary that you will remember everything what you learn. But यदि option दे देता है कोई तो तुरंत याद आ जाता है, recall आ जाता है. Yes, I read it somewhere. This is the answer, and you remember, and you immediately reply. So the most important thing is capacity to effectively communicate with self-confidence. Last but not the least, the ability to identify and understand the emotions of all consumers involved in the communication, including you. How do you do that? The ability to identify and understand the emotions of the consumers involved in the communication, including you. Can somebody tell me how can you show that?
Getting yourself involved in the issues of
Yeah. Please. The ability.
Persons should keep himself in the place of the person.
This is part person. You should keep yourself in the shoes of the opposite person. Very good. Very good. But how do you ensure and identify and understand the emotions? I'm waiting for one word.
Sir, demeanor.
Huh?
Sir, person's demeanor.
Perception.
Demeanor.
Demeanor. No. Demeanor. Huh?
Gesture.
Gesture.
Sir,
What are the three elements of communication? Can anybody tell me? Three elements of communication.
Yes.
Three elements of communication. Okay, the first is no. Language can be anything, verbal, non-verbal. It can be gesture. It can be anything. The first thing is there is a sender. You want to send a message. Okay. The second part is the message. And the third most important part is the receiver. So a sender, a message, and a receiver. But a message is never complete till there is no response from the receiver to the sender. So the word I was looking for is response. Very important. हमने कुछ बताया. What is a consumer? और निकला और कुछ. क्योंकि हम अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं दिया इन दोनों को बात करने की, जो भेजा, जो रिसीव किया और जो मैसेज किया. So it is always very important that when somebody comes to you and gives you a message, it is very important for you to repeat that message and give a response to that message which you have received. And it is also important for you as a counselor to make sure that you ask that person, "Aap kya samjha? What did you understand what I told you?" Till you don't get that response, your message is not complete. You are finding it interesting? You finding the session interesting or very boring? Huh? Interesting. Why? No, why are you finding it interesting? I want to know because I want to understand from you. What did you understand about message? Sorry?
Your teaching is excellent.
My teaching is excellent. Okay. So you tell me what is the message? What are the three important components of a communication? Explain to me. Three important components of a message. One minute. Let me think. Don't disturb me. One is sender, receiver. And the most important thing is it should complete the cycle. The response must come from the receiver to the sender. हमने हैंडशेक किया, हाथ बढ़ाया, वो हाथ नहीं बढ़ाया, इसका मतलब वो हमारा हाथ को देखा नहीं है. तो हमको उनको पास जाकर कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है हाथ पकड़ना पड़ता है you know, then you, when you shake like this, then you come to know that your message is complete. It's very important. You see, which we tend to ignore. ठीक है? कहीं पर भी नहीं समझेंगे, you will ask me. If you don't understand something, you find boring something, you find that you are becoming restless, feeling sleepy, you tell me. I will make you come in the front and do some jumping. Then you will wake up. so what will happen is you will not go to sleep. What I want to convey is communication is such a process where even the ugliest of the person will start looking very beautiful. Very beautiful. Because that is the essence of your lifestyle. So as counselors, why I am stressing this word is that as counselors, you all have to look your best. When people come to you, you should feel that ये हम सही जगह पर. He is the right person. See how he is responding to me, how he is listening to me, how he is talking to me. He is giving me so much of respect. Very important. Do not forget that, because that will make your counseling center most popular amongst people. You know, Priyanka always बोलते हैं, because she is the person who attends to the helpline. See, even when you are talking on phone, have you ever tried that you are talking to somebody without smiling? How that person will be reacting? He is not able to see you. But if you are talking without a smile on the phone, can you imagine what the message is going? You see, because the other person will, even though he can't see you, but your smile will go through your message. It's very important. Even when you are talking on phone to somebody, it is very important to know that if you don't smile and talk, your message will not go and reach the person in the right manner. अरे हमको क्या, वो थोड़ी हमको देख रहा है, no, देख तो नहीं रहा है, लेकिन वो समझ रहा है कि आप कैसे बात कर रहे हैं. This is very important. Okay, next slide please. Next slide. So how do you improve your communication? Let's come to the last one. We come to an end before I start taking question and answers. It is 5:30. We are supposed to finish at 6. So we are almost on time. Listen, listen and listen. क्या समझा आपने? What did you understand? There are 10 ways to improve communication.
एकाग्रता रहना चाहिए.
Listen, listen, listen. वो आते साथ यदि बात किया, आप उनके ऊपर बात करना शुरू कर दिया, आपका कम्युनिकेशन ब्रेक हो. वो जब तक कंप्लीट नहीं करेगा आप बात नहीं करेंगे. ये याद रखिए. There are some work faculty members also. नहीं, हम बता रहे हैं आपको. You don't know. आपके पीठ पीछे जैसे आप स्टूडेंट का बोल रहे हो ना, आपके बारे में कोई बोल रहा होगा, ये बकबक करते रहता है यार ये faculty member. So what I want to tell you is, you forget about bकबक. You become a good listener. Listen, listen and listen. Like you want people to listen to you, first you must demonstrate that you are ready to listen to something. Hey, let that day thing get over. First let it get over. Then you say, okay, you finished? Yes. Give me 2 minutes, I will respond to you. Then you respond. But not more than 2 minutes. तुम भी फिर बकबक करेगा, वो भाग जाएगा. जो आया है उसको पूरा सुनो पहले. So the first thing is listen to the person who has come to you. ये एक golden rule बना लीजिए आपकी लाइफ में.
respect that reason. Learn to respect that reason. Why that person has come to you. Oh, you will come to know from your body language that he is becoming boring now. But don't stop it. The second most important thing is who you are talking to matters. You are talking to an elder, it matters. You are talking to somebody who is your friend, it matters. You are talking to your wife, it matters. See, it matters to whom you are talking. Very important. You must remember that also. इससे बात करें. If it is your boss, it matters. If it is your friend, it matters. Like that. The next most important is body language matters. Like I explained to you. If you make funny gestures, जूता चप्पल तो पड़ेगा. बहुत बच के रहना. Never make any funny gestures, any funny body language, any kind of a disrespectful body language. Never do that. Check your message before you hit send. Always read your message, what you are sending. Always understand what you are trying to say. Read it again. Don't just in a hurry to send, you send something and it goes wrong. And then you have to say sorry for that. Read it, recheck before you send. It's very, very important. Be brief yet specific. In few words, try to be brief and specific. Otherwise, वही आपको टाइटल मिल जाएगा बस वो करता है. Be brief and specific. Write things down. Very important. भूल जाते हैं. We tend to forget. So always try to write down. जो important points हैं. So that you don't forget. And then you can make a checklist. ये हो गया, ये हो गया, ये हो गया. इसका action ले लिया. It's possible. You look to be very concerned. Are you worried about what I am telling you? No. You are happy with what I am telling you, and you understand what I am telling you, and you think it is right. Very good. Very good. No, because I communicate with people by looking at them. Because if I see that the person is not engaged with you, then you have to engage with that person. It's my job. Sorry? Not treat. It is a process of communication. The sender has to understand whether the receiver is getting that message or not, and getting a response from the sender from the receiver is very important. That's why I am making you up. आपको समझ में आ रहा? आपको क्या समझा? आप बताओ. So that there is a complete communication in the class. You see, write things down. Sometimes it's better to pick up the phone. You see, many a times you don't tend to talk on phone. You send a WhatsApp message. But kabhi-kabhi, it is very important to pick up the phone and talk, so that the matter gets settled immediately. हम करते हैं कि कभी-कभी फोन कर देते हैं, कभी-कभी मैसेज भेजते हैं. When the matter is important, I pick up. Priyanka, what are you doing? Acha, please do this. It becomes faster. The communication reaches faster. So don't hesitate. अरे क्या बोलेगा? इस टाइम में कर रहे हैं, लेट हो गया. The men folks like me will think, क्या लेडी को रात को डिस्टर्ब करो? नहीं. Take permission. Can I call you now? I want to discuss something important. कोई मना नहीं करता है. और if the person is busy, वो बोल देगा नहीं कल सुबह. ठीक है. But at least the message has gone to that person that I want to speak something which is urgent. This is very important. Think before you speak. ये नहीं कि जो मर्जी आया बोल दिया. You see? But कभी भी डरना नहीं. यदि गलत भी बोल दिया तो बोल दिया. But नहीं बोलना चाहिए. There is a very favorite tagline of mine which I want to share with you. हम always बोलते हैं जो डर गया वो जोर से बोलिए, जो डर गया लेकिन जो डर गया वो मर गया. So you have to remember that हमको बोलना है, हम बोलेंगे, लेकिन सेंसिबल बात करेंगे, नॉनसेंसिकल बात नहीं करेंगे, गलत से. लेकिन यदि मन कर रहा है बोल भी देंगे. Doesn't matter. You know what? बोल देना चाहिए. To speak up is very important. Treat everyone equally. Never discriminate anybody. ये फलाना है, ये फलाना है, ये VVIP है, वो VIP है, ये फलाना है. No. Treat everybody equally. We are all human beings. We are all like a family. And maintain a positive attitude and a smile. Always. This is my golden word, let me tell you. I have practiced it in my life and I teach everybody whom I get an opportunity to adopt this process as part of their characteristic or as part of their physical ability to smile and be positive. कभी भी कोई भी आदमी कोई भी प्रॉब्लम लेके आपके पास आता है तो पहले तो उनसे पूछिए कि इसका 2 सॉल्यूशन बताओ. Give me 2 solutions to this problem. उनसे सुनो क्या solution बोल रहा है. And then you give your suggestion what is the best way out. So that person also feels you engage that person in the problem solving. Next slide please. Okay, I am over. So thank you very much. Great. I really enjoyed it. Give me lot of attention, lot of thoughtfulness. Somebody is missing the bus to Puri. How did you come? कैसे आए? बस से आए. अभी बस 10-15 minutes you will over. What time is your bus? Will you run behind you? Tempo, then you will run. Then you will reach to Kalpana Square. And then Kalpana will take you. No, one minute. What do they need? हमको करने आ रहा है. But what I want to tell, did you tell him everything what he lost in the morning? You told him everything? Very good. No, yes. Okay, friends, last bit. Let's quickly finish it. Any questions? Anybody else? Yes, sir. Yes, please. Wait. नहीं, आप क्वेश्चन पूछिए. Any questions? Wait.
आपका एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी बना दिया.
अच्छा. Oh, very good. Any questions? Yes, please. Because I really want to, yeah. Listen carefully. I also enjoy it. Every moment. You see, everybody has their certain strengths. I have my own strengths. Justice Chaudhary has his own strength. And combined you make a team. Everybody cannot become a goalkeeper. Everybody cannot become the center forward. So we have to make a team and then move forward. So we are building a team, and I am sure one day one of you will be taking this class which I am taking. I want that to happen. I really want that to happen. Because I want that whatever I have taught you all or will teach you all for the next 2 days, you all should be taking these classes. And I will recommend to the government that so and so is an excellent faculty. Please invite this person to take that class. Very nice. I like the way he is smiling. Very good. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Sometimes they ingredient
Sorry. Sometimes they ingredient.
to get information, to talk, to share their space. you would that is information with communication skill may work in our
Why it will not work?
because fake things will be information will be given to the counselors. What will happen?
So you should be competent to understand what is vague and what is not vague. तुमको ये vague information दो चीज है. You have to tell that person, look, your information is not clear. It is vague. It is not having evidence. It is not having proper substantive.
Sometimes you will find the process is serial software and counselor and
Does not matter. I am also telling you this. Again, I am reminding you. Who is the serial complainant in your family? And you will say, no, she is all the time asking and criticizing me. Always, I will throw her out of the house. No. You cannot ignore. I'm telling you, if you ignore, I'm telling you, very soon she will go somewhere else. I'm warning you. Don't do that. That consumer who is coming to you, serial consumer, who is coming again and again and again. They are coming because they are concerned about you. They want to tell you certain things. They believe in you. They have faith in you. They have trust in you. That's why they are coming. Don't disregard them. Never disregard them. Husband is waiting.
No, sir. Brother is waiting.
Mother is
Brother is waiting outside.
brother is waiting. So many people are waiting. I do not want them to wait anymore. I think we had a lovely time.
Yes, sir.
I will meet you all before lunch. There is one session which I will come around 12 noon. I will come and see you all. That will be the last session. Where what I would request you all is, wherever you get time today, before you go to sleep, talk about these sessions to somebody whom you know in your family. If you are staying with your friends, tell your friends that aaj malum hai aisa. Go to your family and say that today you know something, I did this. Then they will ask you some questions. Oh, what is this? Why was this? Why were you selected? Then you will get a chance to explain. And then you might come to know certain things which they will tell you, which tomorrow you can come and share. Right? And I am going to ask you tomorrow that how do we move forward with what we have learned? How to put it into practice?
You need your slides, sir.
You will get everything. You accept my clothes. You will get everything except my clothes. So don't worry. You will get everything from me. Don't worry. Don't keep reminding me because I will be very hurt that you Priyanka, I am listening. She is not there.
Yes, sir.
Please give them everything without not my clothes. Give them everything which has happened. Yes, I will do that. So very nice. So friends, have a great evening. Have a great dinner with family. And many of you have come from outstation. So I do not know where you stay, how you are staying, but stay comfortably and come relax tomorrow. And do speak about today's program to some of your friends, some of your family members, and try to find out what do they have to say about it. Okay? So thank you very much again. God bless all of you. So we can go and meet tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, sir. Email ID mobile number. They're all in the one group. Create the group CCC.
Senior lecturer Devlopment. Dr. Kiranjit Panda.
Yes, sir.
Have a great night. Thank you. Stop.